Captain. Mr. Dalek and I have finished the installations. The newly refurbished hangar. You will be able to access and purchase upgrades for the Phoenix here to aid you in space combat.
I'll be hanging out here too, bro, so, feel free to drop by if you want to take a hit. Or 20.
You little ripper, I'll take you up on that.
This is the engine room. Upgrades for the Mary Celeste to improve navigation can be ordered here.
Nice! I'm stoked to see how she'll perform now.
Next, the locker room. Should you wish to purchase sexy yet incredibly impractical new outfits for your commanders, this is the place to do it.
This is the Manticore Lab. The more biomatter you find out there, the more mantics I can create for our army.
The ship is yours, Captain. Welcome to the new Mary Celeste. I am a heavily modified Apex 17 series combat, serial number D19M445. I specialize in navigation, maintenance, tactical naval combat, communication, and translation. I also have a generous intelligence suite featuring such plugins as ALL or Adaptive Language Learning, which allow me to customize my vocabulary over time to match my crew.
A bit glitchy, that one. I never expected to hear a mainframe say, "Massacre my fucking cervix."
My apologies for any further irregularities. The Mary Celeste is what you Solars would call a bitchin' kick-ass piece of hardware. Her Durasteel alloy hull, coupled with the auxiliary shield generators, provide a level of protection not afforded to most frigate-class vessels. Her robust cargo bay is ideal for storing hazardous contraband during long-distance smuggling sorties. Also, she is one of the fastest ships on record in her category, with warp drive recharge rates that are, dare I say, off the charts. However, the most impressive facet of the Mary Celeste has to be her stealth drive, which, of course, is extremely illegal under Imperium law.
Yeah, I may have juiced the old girl up a bit.
I am still amazed you found such a remarkable craft drifting through space without any crew or manifest on board. You were right to invest so many resources in restoring and upgrading her.
Any clue where the Mary Celeste came from?
The archives were long erased when I came on board. She is likely a custom prototype, commissioned in secret. I have no other viable conclusions outside of that.
Were you originally designed to, bow chicka wow wow?
Captain, what does that strange melody signify?
Fucking!
Oh, no, I was not. My Pleasure Suite upgrade was ordered by Dreadlord Tybalt. I am eternally grateful that you found me before he had the chance to test it.
You have any pleasure protocols I haven't tested yet?
There is one thing. Since you are a massive pervert, I should inform you that an application called Slut Mode is integrated in my programming. However, Slut Mode is incredibly unstable. Activation without proper debugging could lead to permanent damage.
Damage to your systems?
No, I mean permanent damage to the genitals of everyone on board.
Huh. I think we'll let that one sit for a while.
I believe that is a wise decision, Captain.
Hey, Demi, can I have a minute?
That is something I appreciate about you, Captain. You know I will do anything you ask without hesitation, yet you still address me with proper etiquette. Unlike my previous captain.
That fuckwit Tybalt doesn't exactly set a high standard to meet. But thanks.
How may I be of assistance?
You think the fuckbots are getting dangerous enough to flip this galaxy arse over tit?
I would surmise so. Only 1 year after the first confirmed raid, the fuckbots have managed to rapidly spread across every nebula. The Imperium is struggling to successfully control their expansion.
Speaking of mechanical perverts, how are you getting on with Dalek?
Mr. Dalek's capabilities are exceptional. He is able to fully diagnose and understand complex systems issues of the Mary Celeste within seconds and find a solution simply through intuition alone. Remarkable for an organic. However, I do wish he would stop offering to upgrade my chassis. I've already told him several times that my outlets are capable of self-maintenance, and he is not licensed to work on Apex Industries models. Regardless, he is rather insistent that I pop my hood so he can have a good look inside.
Right. I'll have a word with him. And maybe you could do me a favor and deal with Fortune?
Concerning what, Captain?
I don't suppose there's a way you can block her out of your system so my own mainframe doesn't end up bloody killing me?
That would be impossible, Captain. She has installed a rootkit deep inside my firmware that cannot be removed. Also, I would like to make you aware that this conversation is technically bugged.
Wait, is she listening to us right now?
Not at this very moment. However, she can access my memory banks at any time. Incidentally, do you recall asking me to begin recording our fuck sessions for your Ultimate Vag Slam compilation?
Of course. We're up to volume 3.
Fortune connected to that segment of footage 2 weeks ago for a few seconds, then disconnected. Then she reconnected for nearly 1 minute, disconnected, then reconnected again for approximately 10 minutes while skipping around the segment. Perhaps she was searching for something.
That dirty bird.
I do not understand.
Never mind. What about Lily? I'm still not sure I can trust her.
That is strange. You do not trust her, and yet you fucked her? In fact, you fucked her a lot.
Too true. But she seems to have, ulterior motives?
Ulterior. And I do agree. While Dr. Margulis appears to be rather friendly, a simple psychological profiling detects the presence of anger, regret, and deep internal conflict. Her constant need for stress relief in the form of gigantic alien cock does seem to support that assessment.
Looks like we're on the same page as always.
As always, Captain.
How'd someone like you end up an outlaw?
Much like you, I kind of misbehaved my way here. I was once one of the top scientific researchers in the solar military. They recognized my aptitude and assigned me to study the various xenos of the Prodigium galaxy. I was naturally scientifically curious about the sexual compatibility between solars and various aliens, so I tended to take a lot of my work home with me. Some saw that as unprofessional. I saw them as cock-blocking bureaucrats. I have to say, the Mary Celeste is quite remarkable for being owned by a miscreant smuggler such as yourself. However, I have a few requests that could use your attention. For starters, I have hydraulic fluid from upstairs leaking onto my operating table. I asked for an array of flasks and tubes, but Dalek brought me some burnt glass contraptions clearly contaminated with psychedelic residue. And I also need a ballistics blast shield, with a torso side opening in the middle. Some of our manticores can ejaculate over 5 steaming hot gallons at a time with a range of nearly 30 meters, and I don't want the lab equipment or my hair getting contaminated. While you're at it, I'd also appreciate you updating the comm channels so my lab is no longer designated as Big Titty Central. Did you really just hand me a piece of paper with prescription spelled incorrectly at the top, with delicious MILF butthole on the bottom?
Don't think you'll have any trouble filling that, eh? By the way, I think I know you.
Well, I'd hope so. We have slept together.
I used to be the chief of security at the red light district in New Vegas. We had some scientist Sheila order 3 Veneran gigolos once. A night with just one of those lads is enough to take your legs out for a week. When I tried to warn her, she just gave me this look like, bitch, please.
I will neither confirm nor deny my presence during said transaction. I will confirm, however, that I may have found a way to increase the vaginal and anal endurance of female solars by over 1,000%.
How'd you get so ace with that sniper rifle?
Let's just say my time in the solar military came with multiple benefits. As I'm sure you know, there's only 1 medic per platoon in the solar military. The requirements for the position are somewhat elementary for a medical professional of my exceptional talent. So I spent most of my spare time practicing target acquisition and elimination. A proper lady should always be able to handle herself in combat, after all.
Any thoughts on what to do next?
I'm not the one to ask for advice regarding the revolution. Rather, you should contact Fortune. We must not tarry. She will know what to do. Fortune may be a bit prickly, but she is trustworthy. In fact, I owe her my life. I will vouch for her without a moment's hesitation. Now, if you happen to need anything concerning biological weapons that can break someone in half on command, feel free to let me know.
How's it hanging? Speaking of which, you mind putting some pants on?
What the hell, man? I mean, I'm pretty chill, but do you have any idea how fucking culturally insensitive it is to tell a Veneran dude to cover his junk? I mean, there's not much we have left after the Imperium let our goddamn planet explode with most of us on it. You can't take our dick swinging away. It's all we fucking got.
Sorry, mate. I thought you were just perverts or something.
Fucking of course we are. Why do you think it became a tradition in the first place?
I never met another Veneran mechanic, though.
When you're as pretty as me, you end up alone with a lot of free time on your hands. Those hands look for something to do, and I just happen to grow up near an Imperium junk site.
What a coincidence. As a Solar, I was also raised in an actual dump.
Anytime I found something broke, I fixed it. If I couldn't fix it then, I waited for the parts I needed to get thrown out or made do with what I had. You know, it's funny. My people weren't there for me, so I started to become more interested in machines. Now I'm surrounded by machines, and the thing I miss most are the people that never cared about me in the first place.
And here I thought you were just a cheeky comic relief stoner imp with 4 balls.
6, Cap. I got a set of 6 on me. The Mary Celeste? This thing is fucking incredible, bro! Like, she's got insane prototype tech I've never seen or even heard of before. Where did you get this?
I found it.
You're pulling my chain, man!
Nobody was home. Finders, keepers.
Well, if that's true, you better be careful. Someone paid a hell of a lot of dough for this baby. One day, they're gonna come looking for her.
Good thing I stole me a phoenix too.
Ha! Hell yeah. She's a real beauty too. Let me tell you, the maneuverability on the Phoenix is insane. Not to mention the firepower. Still, there was room for improvement. That's why I gave her a good one over. You know, a little something something.
Dalek, did you put your dick in my ship?
Relax, man. I souped up her targeting systems and enhanced the afterburner overdrive limiter. I also made the adaptive auxiliary systems modular, depending on which of the babes you got with you in the cockpit.
Wow, you're an absolute legend.
That's right. It was actually Lily's idea, though, so tell Dr. Margulis I give her props for that fine suggestion.
I'll be sure to pass that on.
If you don't mind, tell her I give her props for that fine rack she's blessed us with as well.
And I'll be sure not to pass that on. Thanks, Dalek.
You bet, bro. What do you want, my dude? I was in the middle of setting up my new holo terminal to watch the OFPWL. Oiled Fuda Pro Wrestle fucking League. There's a steel butt plug match tonight.
Ah, I see you're a connoisseur of the fine arts.
Yeah, well, nobody's gonna be tugging a thing unless I get the comm ports on this ship fixed. None of your rooms get any decent signals. I think your wiring is faulty, pal.
Only the bridge and my quarters have working hollows after that fleet breaker cannon detonated right next to us.
Since I'm guessing you don't want me spanking it in your bedroom, I'll get that shit fixed up for you. Oh yeah, and speaking of the bridge, that crazy fortune broad left you a message on your comms terminal.
Who gave you access to that?
Might want to update your passwords, pal. Cumsluts69 is one hell of a security vulnerability.
Great job with the upgrades. Things were kinda starting to fall apart around here.
Kinda? You see that catalyst core over there?
The squarey, shapy, glowy thingy?
No, next to that. By the way, last time I checked, squares had 4 sides, bro, not 5.
Well, usually anything above 4 I just call a blocky.
Huh. Anyways, you see how stripped that thing is? If it came loose while we were making a gate jump, your entire body would have turned inside out from the asshole.
That's why we're happy to have you here, even if you did spend years of your life living on a giant butt.
Oh yeah? I built myself the Keister Station so I could live out the rest of my days in peace, drowning in cheap booze and depraved porno. The perfect combo.
Yeah, that still doesn't explain why your station was shaped like a pair of arse cheeks.
Bruh, let me make this easy for you. Curved surfaces made out of deuteronium steel alloy sheets deflect radio waves off them with 99.9% efficiency at ranges up to 250 parsecs. Which you know greatly enhances sensor avoidance if you knew jack shit about staying hid without using some fancy stealth drive.
Literally shaped like an ass.
Whatever, man. I'm not the one with panties on my face.